The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
And we're back in the tundra.
In the shitty, cold Arctic. You know, I was going to make it lighter, brighter, but it just made it feel too warm in here. So we fucking turned it off. Now it's cold.
Yeah. God damn.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking cold. Oh, that's next week, huh?
Yeah. So this is going to come out on the 17th, so.
Yeah, so happy week before Christmas.
Yeah. The next show will come out on Christmas Eve.
Ooh, Christmas Eve.
If we do a show next week.
I should fucking sing a song. Or, what's that book? What's that book? The one that Bob Clackety Racket on the fucking roof changles? Whatever it is.
'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. There it is. 'Twas the night before. We'll read that bitch on now. Bob Clackety Racket and roof changles. Yeah. That's how it goes.
Okay.
That's what I heard on the rooftop of the Bang Dangs in the back. It was cold in here.
Alrighty.
Anyway.
Oh.
'Twas the week before Christmas, and we're on the show. Here we go.
And this motherfucking place is about 30 below.
It's freezing, and my toes are cold.
Wednesday, we went and saw Red 1.
Ooh, I just seen it yesterday
Yeah.
on Prime. I didn't go to the movies. I can't go to the movies anymore, guys. I can't. I'm giving up on it.
Yeah, fuck the movies in Elko, dude.
Yeah,
It
I'm just not doing
it looks terrible.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
just-
why we keep going.
and you get there, and it's just like, there's no atmosphere, there's no fanfare, it's just a shitty old dingy place. They gotta burn the buildings down.
Was
If they get burned down, it wasn't us.
There was one other person there besides us.
Oh, yeah, I watched it in my bedroom. Way better, dude. I got an awesome bed. I'm just like, yeah, snacks and shit. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Smoke a weed. Man,
Yeah.
you can't even smoke weed in the movie theater here. Communist.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
it was a little long, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A little
2 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, a little long for a Christmas movie. However, it was one of the better ones that have come out, though. It was way better than that Jack Black one. I like watching the.
Oh, Dear Santa?
Yeah, well-
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, I'm not going to give you the spoilers alert, but I like the premise they worked with because I like any movie with a good Satan twist. But I mean, we got too many Jesus movies out there, man. Too many.
Word.
And it's just, it just wasn't that good, man. It's just, you don't even, Santa's not even in the fucking movie. What, Dear Santa. Stupid. And I don't like the little chubby kid they got playing the fucking, I don't like dance movies. Post Malone is in it. Fuck him.
Really?
Yeah, with that movie, I'm done with it. Fucking Dear Santa. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Johnny loves Post. Go watch.
I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but...
Go watch Post Malone dance around like an asshole for fucking whatever you want to do with that.
Have you
goddamn
seen
shit.
the Bud Light Seltzer commercials that he did?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Those were
my
funny. Those were
fucking
funny.
God, dude.
They were
Those
very
were
good.
great.
But I don't know if that means, like, you get to sell out arenas now. I don't like it's a Bud Light commercial, man. I don't know. He's not my favorite guy.
Yeah, those commercials are fucking hilarious, man.
They
So
are good. They are very good.
Yeah. All right, we will jump right into the show. It's gonna be a long show, so
Long show.
glad we're not talking too much before it.
That's
All
my
right,
porn name.
all right, here we go. Suspect ID'd in fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
Bullshit. That's got the wrong guy. That's not the guy. That's not the guy.
Dude, he is a cult fucking hero now, so it doesn't matter if
That's
it's the
true.
wrong
Doesn't matter
guy.
if it's the wrong guy, right?
Jesus Christ.
May as well be fucking me, right?
Yeah, man. Says police have identified Luigi Mangione, 26, as the suspect held in connection with the fatal shooting of Brian Thompson, the United Healthcare CEO who was fatally shot in Manhattan last week. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch confirmed at a press conference on Monday, December 9th. Mangione was detained on Monday at an Altoona, PA McDonald's after an employee spotted him eating and notified police. Authorities confirmed to People. He was discovered in possession of a 9mm ghost gun similar to that used to shoot Thompson, multiple fake IDs including a New Jersey ID used to check into a hostel where the shooter allegedly stayed, and a 3-page manifesto critical of the health insurance industry, New York and Altoona police say.
Well, I got all that shit
On him.
going to the McDonald's.
To McDonald's, yeah.
Man, next time I go to McDonald's, I'm going to bring my bomb-making kits. I'm going to bring my
Yeah.
fucking manifesto I wrote up. I'm going to
Yeah.
bring my fucking blueprints to my bank robbery nights.
When
Get the fuck
I
out of
go
here.
to McDonald's, that's what I take.
Absolutely stupid. Well, where am I going to study if not for at the
Exactly,
McDonald's?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we're
Fuck
going to go to
me.
Starbucks?
Yeah, come on now.
Come on.
Not with all the writers.
Yeah.
Not with all those guys over there.
So this is an X-account belonging to Luigi Mangione described him as a Honolulu, Hawaii resident with a bachelor's and master's degree in computer science from the University of Pennsylvania. NYPD Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenny said he was born and raised in Maryland and has ties to San Francisco, California. Honolulu was his last known address. People confirms he was the high school valedictorian at the Gilman School, a prestigious boys' prep school in Baltimore. The suspect had no known prior arrests, Kenny said, and the NYPD did not have his name on their radar until his arrest in Altoona. Officials with the NYPD and Manhattan District Attorney's Office are en route to Pennsylvania to interview Mangione, who was arrested on weapons charges in Pennsylvania and would have to be extradited to New York before facing potential murder charges. Thompson was fatally shot outside the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel, where the CEO was attending a company investors conference. The hooded, masked suspect fled the scene on a bike with police losing track of him in Central Park. Police believe the suspect deliberately targeted Thompson, lying in wait outside the hotel as other pedestrians walked by and only opening fire when Thompson arrived.
This is Italian's still white, right? Are we
yeah.
still allowed to call Italian guys white guys?
Yeah.
Dude, look, we get our own OJ now. That's cool. Fuck, man, I've been waiting for us to get an OJ.
Yeah,
Now we get
yeah.
one. Like, some guy that's fucking totally guilty and for sure did it, but yeah, we're not going to convict him. What do you mean? Look at him. He's our guy now. We love him. Yeah.
So, Anthony, if you happen to be working at McDonald's and you saw Luigi Mangione, the wanted suspect for killing a healthcare worker, you know, one of the things you don't have as a McDonald's employee is healthcare. Did you call anybody?
I would not have called him in. I don't know if I would have known. I don't think I would have recognized him. You see, because
I know I would not have recognized him for sure.
I, just like everyone else, was solely looking for the backpack. You see, and that's a different backpack he's got on. That's a different backpack, guys. So I'm like, that's a different backpack. He's a different guy. To me, he's a different guy. I don't know nothing. But I always was puzzled by the the FBI that remember that show America's Most Wanted, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. I was always so baffled by, like, you could see a guy and be like, oh, that's that guy at the fucking Piggly Wiggly. I've never been able to do that. I can't do that. If I see you commit a crime, you're going to get away with it. I'm not calling the police because most people to me are just blurs, just blobs, if you will. Unless I have a personal interaction with you wherein you fuck me over and I remember your fucking face, I don't know who you are. It's an NPC, man. These are just things coming at me, man. I don't know them. So I could never, you would be hard pressed to pick out. If you gave me a lineup of 6 dudes, I'm gone. I ain't.
You're like, that's not the same guy?
It was a guy. I don't fucking know, dude. What color was the jacket? It wasn't blue. What jacket? You said it was green, gray. Oh fuck, I don't know, dude. I got no idea. And not only that, but I think she got fired for it too, right?
I don't know if she's got fired yet.
She should get.
But
fired.
that
Take her
McDonald's
burger money.
That McDonald's is down to 1 star now.
Oh.
They say she did it for the money, which she is not going to get.
No.
Because to get the money, you had to call the tip line, and she called 911. So guess what?
What a police fucking rigmarole, right? Yeah. Oh, whoa. No. It's a technicality, you see. You didn't call between 3 and 5. We said 3 and 5, you dumb bitch. You're getting no money. And not only that, but yeah, I don't think you have all these I don't think any murderers don't just walk around with their murder tools. I feel like when they find a murderer with all these convenient murder tools, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too set up.
Dexter wasn't walking around with his murder kit. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, it's just like, why would you... That's like the number one way people can find out you're a murderer. Is like all this murder stuff you got. If you don't have that stuff, you're just a regular guy. How did you notice that guy? And that's another thing. Is this bitch racist? How did she notice that guy? I could not pick if he's not wearing the same clothes. How do you know that's the same guy? I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it. I think it's phony. She ain't getting money. She should get fired. Take her burger money away, fucking bitch.
I guess like the other employees don't feel safe working with her. Because she's going to fucking be targeted for something.
Dude, you think people are
like, I don't want to work with her. Oh,
yeah. Really?
For sure.
People really care about that dude that much?
Yeah.
Man,
dude, he's like a hero.
Why? He's not going to... Nothing happened. They're not going to stop. They're not going to give us health care now. What do you... They're just gonna charge more money, and then all the CEOs are now gonna have fucking bodyguard squads and wear fucking tack vests wherever they go. Because now I'm a CEO and my life's on the line. You fucking cunt. That's all he did. That's all he did for us. He made rich assholes more important, more revered, and more rich. Fuck them. God damn it. Like, what do you mean? We're not just all gonna get like awesome health care because now the CEOs are afraid we're gonna kill them. We've always been able to kill them.
They probably should be.
They're not. They're not going to be. Trust me. We've always been able to kill them. We killed Caesar. We could kill them. We could always kill these guys, man. We just don't do it.
But until someone kills one of your own, you don't think about it.
You still don't think about it.
And that's like, oh, shit.
You still don't think about it, man. You still don't think about it. You know how many guys with blue eyes got killed today? I don't fucking care. What do you mean? I don't care. Fuck them, dude. He didn't help us, man. He's not a hero. They're not going to do anything for us. AmeriHealth isn't going to be like, all the CEOs, they might come shoot us. There's 6 of us. Let's give 8 million people fucking health care. No, there's only 6 of them. They don't give a fuck. They're going to be like, yeah, fuck all those 8 million people. We're not giving them all our money. Would you give them your money? Would you? Your neighbor gets shot for having money. And then they're like,
I don't have any money, so I don't have to worry about it.
But they're like, we're shooting people with money. I got money. I better give it to them so they don't shoot me. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'll buy a gun and I'll shoot them. That's how we work in this country. I'm going to
team up with the guy.
I'm just going to buy dudes that have more guns than those dudes. They're just going to get security now. They're just going to be, they're not going to be walking alone into a building anymore. Now there's going to be 8 dudes walking into, you should have kidnapped them, you fool. Held them for ransom. Then when they paid, then you kill them. That's how, that's what you do. You don't just, it doesn't do it. It doesn't help anybody. You gotta, murder without purpose is fundamentally flawed. That just makes you a maniac. You could scratch all the stuff in the bullets and you could rent the e-bike, however you commit your murders, whatever you do. You could do all that stuff, but if you don't get anything but a prison sentence, then you didn't get anything. That's all he's gonna get. I don't know. I hope we don't convict him though. I think that'd be funny. That'd be funny as hell if we like got a dude that's like, yeah, dude, we got you dead to rights, but the jury's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
what
dude, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think we need more juries to just be like, you know what? You don't win this time, police. Right. We're gonna let him go. Catch him again.
Not guilty.
Trust me, he's gonna kill another guy. You're gonna kill another guy. If I get away with it, I kill another guy. Everybody kills another guy. You'll get him again. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was on the jury and went to deliberate, I'd be like, he's not guilty. You're not going to change my mind. Do you want to just tell jokes? Or for a while, what do you want to do?
Well, that's the thing. And a lot of these, like, the deliberations, dude, like, they'll have one of these hard-ass fucking Christian dogs. And they'll be like, oh, no, we're convicting him. And we'll sit here, and I got nothing to do for the next fucking 40 years. We'll be on jury for 6 months until somebody just breaks. Until somebody's like, fine, he's guilty. Fuck. Just sitting there eating fucking Domino's pizza every fucking day in a shitty hotel until you just say, fine, I don't want to be in prison. He's guilty. Fucking send him to prison, dude. Fuck. That's what they do.
Not me. I wouldn't be the one.
Well, they act like jury selection is like, oh yeah, jury of your peers and people that are actually interested in you being innocent. No. 12 motherfuckers that had shit to do today are going to go get locked in a hotel room until they say you're guilty or not. Like, It's way easier to just be like, yeah, fucking lock him up. I don't want to get locked up.
I'm very interested in him in being not guilty.
Yeah, I'm super interested.
Very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that now we have. Finally, we got our OJ. We got a guy as a society we can get behind and be like, he's not guilty, even though he totally fucking is. It's nice.
It's a deep fake. He's framed.
If the backpack does not fit, you must acquit. He's got the wrong bag. It's not the same backpack. It's a different guy, dude.
Absolutely.
Different guy. 100% different guy.
Okay, moving along. Speaking of a bitch that I hope rots in fucking hell. Mom who claims she accidentally put infant in oven instead of crib, charged with manslaughter.
Why'd you cut it on? Why'd you turn it on? The crib doesn't have turner honors. What are you doing, man? Come on.
This is a Kansas City, Missouri woman who claims to have accidentally put her newborn in an oven instead of a crib in February has been charged with involuntary manslaughter in the baby's death. According to a February 10th Jackson County prosecutor's press release, Mariah Thomas, 26, was charged with endangering the welfare of a child in the first degree and death of a child for the February 9th incident. On Thursday, December 5th, a Jackson County grand jury added an involuntary manslaughter charge, the Kansas City Star reported on Monday, December 9th. Michael Manser, Director of Communications with the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office, along with Jackson County Prosecutor Gene Peters Baker, said Thomas told authorities she was trying to put her 1-month-old down for a nap, but instead of placing the baby in the crib, she put the child in a smoldering oven. Kansas City police were dispatched just before 1:30 p.m.
She preheated it as well, like for a pizza? Oh, maybe.
Before 1:30 p.m. on February 9th after receiving a report of a non-breathing infant. Court records obtained by people said.
Internal temp 365.
They also observed apparent burns on the baby's body and said the infant's clothes were melted.
Crispy skin, buttery smooth.
We appreciate all first responders who worked this scene and the prosecutors who went to the scene in order to issue these charges, Baker said in the prosecutor's office release at the time. We acknowledge the gruesome nature of this tragedy and our hearts are weighted by the loss of this precious life. We trust the criminal justice system to respond appropriately to these awful circumstances, Baker continued. I thought I put redacted in her crib and I accidentally put her in the oven, Thomas allegedly told an unidentified adult who lived in the home, according to court documents. The individual had reportedly been at work but came home after receiving a hysterical phone call from Thomas regarding the infant. The incident happened at a home near 41st Street and Forest Avenue.
How fucking stoned can you be?
In the Manheim Park neighborhood, KMBC reported, adding that Thomas had pleaded not guilty. Thomas's trial is scheduled to begin on January 13th, 2025, the Kansas City Star reports. So stay tuned.
That's taking pills stoned. That's not weed stoned, bro. That's doing drugs. So many drugs that you're like, fucking, I need a pizza. Oh, this baby's crying. Where did I put that pizza? The fuck, man?
So my question is, like, when the cops went into the baby's room, was the turkey in the crib? And
yeah, well, and what were they trying to cook? And not only that,
the baby.
Did they get the baby out? Did they put the baby in a pan, or was it just was it dressed?
Just on the fucking shelf?
On the racks? That's not how you cook. You gotta baste. I'm telling you, it's gonna dry out if you don't get it in a decent dish. You're gonna have to you gotta baste. I don't know.
Was it in a roasting bag?
That's what I'm saying. To what level of preparation was taken to see, like, is this a full-blown serial maniac, or is this dude just like on Vicodin and drank a glass of wine? What are we doing?
Did she stuff the baby before putting it in the
what happened? Johnny, we don't go blue. God damn it. We don't go blue. Neither here nor there. Maybe it was an Ambien thing. That shit makes you do crazy stuff, dude. That'll make you cook a baby. Ambien, you take that shit, don't go to sleep.
What do you serve with baby?
Probably Merlot. Something you want to cut through the sweetness. I would think you want to cut right through. You want something real harsh. One of them, something that tastes like cigarette ashes. Sadness. Jesus.
Can you get that on food stamps?
Chianti, maybe. I don't. The thing is, you gotta find somebody on food stamps. They'll usually have an extra baby around. See, they got too many normally, so they never even know.
You serve them with fava beans.
Fava beans. Yeah. But, and they didn't even tell us the name. That's kind of fucked up. We're over here making dead baby jokes. At least we could say the name of little Tommy or whatever the fuck his name is.
Jessica.
Oh, was it a girl?
I don't fucking know.
It probably wasn't, dude. You don't cook girl babies. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows you don't eat girl babies, dude. You only eat guy babies. Everybody knows that. Ask Oprah, dude. You know that, dude. You only eat guy babies. That's it.
I think it's Hillary Clinton you have to ask. Aren't they the ones eating babies?
Well, they put the penis cream on their face, and that's made out of baby wieners. And you can't make penis cream out of lady babies. You can only
Lady babies don't have penises.
Let me tell you this. Now, I am pro-trans people. I'm an ally. But you cannot make skin cream out of lady babies' penises. You can't. It's only baby dudes. It's it. Because you can't. You're a dude when you're a baby. For sure you're a dude when you're a baby. For sure. They don't even care. They'll cut the tip of your dick right off in this country. They don't give you none of that female care at all. They're like, fuck you, you're a dude. And you're like, no, I'm a lady. Don't care. Give me that dick. Cut it right off. See, dude, you cut it right off. You gotta make this skincare. We gotta make this. Oprah needs 6 vials. We gotta keep this bitch looking young. We gotta keep her going, dude. So, transgender as you are today, when you were a fucking baby dude, you were a baby dude. And they cut the tip of your dick right off. They did it to you. They did. They don't do that to lady babies. They only do that to dudes. It's fucked up. There's the argument. My argument against the whole trans movement is like, how young? Dude, they're cutting baby dudes' dicks off. How young? Wait, I'm a lady. Don't do that. Come on, he's a lady. Don't do that. Come on. We gotta stop these Christians. We gotta stop them. I don't know how, but maybe that's why. You think maybe that's why maybe I figured it out. That's why they're so anti-transgender. No more baby dudes. If you don't know if it's a dude or not, you're not gonna cut his dick off. You don't cut a baby girl's dick off. You're not allowed. You're not allowed, dude. You're not allowed. I know you're not. The Catholics won't let you touch a baby girl's dick, dude. Baby boy's dick.
Unless you're a priest.
Yeah, well,
you can touch all the baby dicks you want.
Only baby dudes. They don't touch baby girls' dicks, dude. They don't. You're not allowed. I tell you. Even the Bible says that. It says it in the Geneva Convention, Johnny. You can't do that. You cannot cut off baby girls' dicks. Only dudes' dicks for skin cream.
Okay.
You think I'm fucking around? Look it up. They do. It's in there. It's nuts. It's the craziest shit you ever see in your life. I was like, what? Really? Really? In real life? Yeah. You go and they're like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to keep it? And you're like, what? And they're like, the tip of his dick we cut off. And you're like, I never really thought about it. I thought you just threw it away. Oh, no, we sell it to fucking Olay. They're mixing it up. Dude, that's insane. You're over here Hansel and Gretel in a piece of your kid. You don't get anything off that. Where's my fucking royalties? I want some. Aren't I owed? I think. I don't know. Somebody got something off of me. Some kind of money. Goddamn. It's ridiculous.
They got stuff off of you twice.
I'm telling you, man. We gotta change this, because I will go. We're going to the magistrate on this.
We're gonna.
God damn it, Oprah Winfrey. She's the goddamn devil. I'll tell you that. Oprah Winfrey, and who's that other bitch? And it's a bummer because she's a white lady, so I'd have a white example, but she's just not as memorable. So you don't remember white people. That's what it is. Oprah's famouser. I don't know.
Okay.
Famous got famouser. I sound like I live here.
All right. We're going to move on.
I'm famouser than you. Anyway.
Moving on. Jay-Z rape accuser comes forward to NBC News, acknowledges inconsistencies in her allegations.
Yeah, I heard that was a phony.
Yeah. And so immediately after this story, I have another story. It doesn't really have to do with that, but you'll see where I'm going with it. says an Alabama woman who accused Jay-Z and Diddy of raping her when she was 13 years old sat down with NBC News to recount what she called a catastrophic event. A limo ride to a White House, a drink that made her feel woozy, a sexual assault by rap stars that would ruin her life. But the woman and her lawyers also acknowledged that there were some inconsistencies in her account in response to questions from NBC News. I have made some mistakes. In recollections of that night, the woman identified as Jane Doe in the lawsuit filed against Jay-Z and Diddy told NBC News. The woman says she stands by her allegations overall. The inconsistencies in her account of the incident, alleged to have happened 24 years ago, do not necessarily mean the allegations are false. Among the inconsistencies...
Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think if you get raped, you gotta say, like, this month.
Yeah.
Don't stop all this fucking 20 years ago. Come on, man.
The woman said her father picked her up after the alleged sexual assault, but he says he doesn't recall that. The woman also claims she spoke to a celebrity at the after party where she said she was sexually assaulted, but that celebrity said he was not in New York at that time. And images from that evening show Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs at a different location than the one the woman described.
Nobody gets raped by two guys named Sean.
Right.
What are the odds? I've never been raped in my life, let alone by this guy. Two different guys with the same name. Two black guys named Sean. Come on, that's a white dude name. Come on, anyway.
Although their whereabouts the entire evening are unclear.
It's phony.
This incident didn't happen, Carter told NBC News in a statement Friday, and yet he filed in court and doubled down in the press, he added, referring to one of the women's attorneys, Tony Busby. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Busby says he is continuing to vet her claims. Jane Doe's case was referred to our firm by another, who vetted it prior to sending it to us, he told NBC News in an email. Our client remains fiercely adamant that what she has stated is true to the best of her memory.
Who gives a shit?
We will continue to vet her claims and collect corroborating data to the extent it exists. Because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit a polygraph. I've never had a client suggest that before. Exactly. In any event, he added, we always do our best to vet each claim, just as we did in this case. Yeah, polygraph isn't even admissible in court.
Yeah,
so
fuck? Okay, cool. I'm going to talk to my grandma.
Yeah,
exactly. Who cares about that?
This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. The allegations against Carter suggest a seismic shift, potentially linking the rap legend to the alleged behavior laid out in civil and criminal cases against Combs, who is in a Brooklyn jail awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Carter's attorney Alex Spiro said, it is stunning that a lawyer would not only file such a serious complaint without proper vetting, but would make things worse by further peddling his false story in the press. We are asking the court to dismiss this frivolous case today and will take up the matter of additional discipline for Mr. Busby and all the lawyers that filed the complaint. Combs' attorney called the suit a shameful money grab. Busby has filed more than 20 lawsuits against Combs. The same woman, 20 against P. Diddy. The lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant, and it was filed Sunday to name Carter as another defendant. NBC News traveled to Houston to interview the woman, who declined to be identified, at her attorney's office earlier this week. You should always fight for what happened to you, she said about why she is going public with her accusations now. You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself.
I never even met a black dude named Sean.
Me either.
Never even, not once, dude. I met like 7 white guys named Sean in my life. She's a phony, dude. Come on, man.
So you should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life. I just hope I can give others the strength to come forward like I came forward. The woman, who is now 38, told NBC News she is living in Rochester, New York. She was living in Rochester, New York in 2000, and that attending the VMAs was on my bucket list at 13. It was like, oh my gosh, one of the things I've got to do, she said. She says she snuck out a window to evade her parents. A friend drove her to Radio City Music Hall in New York City, she said in the lawsuit. People thronged into viewing areas around the venue, which was decked out for the awards. Crowds roared when J-Lo arrived. Eminem performed on the street. Funny thing is, I remember that VMA.
I fucking don't watch that.
That was back
shit.
when I still watched it.
I
Yeah.
don't watch that shit, bro. I don't like rich people getting praise for being rich. Fuck them.
Says she didn't have a ticket. Instead, in the suit, she watched some of the show on a jumbotron outside. She also started chatting up limo drivers. I'm trying to get in to try and stay back and get to an after party and get invited to meet some celebrities, she told NBC News. One limo driver said he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for, the suit said, and he told her to return later and he'd take her to an after party. After about 20 minutes in the limo, she said in the suit, she arrived at a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway. She said in the suit she signed a document she didn't read. Inside, she told NBC News, I'm talking to, like, Fred Durst, Benji Madden, about his tattoo because, about his tattoos, that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background, so it was just something to talk about. After accepting a drink from a waitress, she told NBC News, I started feeling funny. Tried to start looking for a place to lay down. She found an empty room with a bed in it, she said in the suit.
Fuck you.
And soon after, Combs, Carter, and a woman entered the room.
I'm tired of hearing this from you bitches, too. This whole, oh, I feel sick in some strange area. And I'm like, whoo, let me find a back bedroom to fall down in and lay down and take a nap. Fuck you. If I'm in a place and I'm like, oh, I suddenly am struck dizzy and numb and dumb, I'm going to go to the hospital. 911. I'm sick as fuck. I'm having a stroke. I'm like, what do you mean? You're just like, oh, I'm feeling sick and dizzy. I'm just going to go to some weird bedroom in this weird-ass house and lie down.
Mm-hmm.
To what end? What happens when you wake up? Like, that doesn't make you better. That doesn't, like, what are you talking about? You're just going to go get raped there, right? Is that even, I don't know. If somebody drops a candy bar on the ground and you pick it up, is that stealing? I don't know. I don't know, dude. If you just find a sleeping person, I'm not saying you could rape them, but it's a different rape. It's not like a gotcha rape, It's like a sneaky rape. It's not like a grab and rape. So I don't know if it's a 20-year prosecutable rape. You know what I mean? You can't be sleeping naked at places. Johnny, if I was sleeping naked, look here, what if I told you, Johnny, I went to this place. Look here, I snuck out of my house. I went to this place. And I had a drink, and I got really dizzy, and I started to feel faint. Instead of taking my dumb, drunk ass home, I decided, I'm going to go lay in this back bedroom naked on the ground, and then somebody got to me. What would you say to me, Johnny? Would you say you shouldn't go to places and take your fucking clothes off and go to sleep in bedrooms? Or would you be like, hey, we should get $1 million from that guy? You fucked up. You assumed it was a guy. You're a sexist, man. What if it was a lady, man? What if it was a lady that got to me? What do we do then? Ladies don't have money. Come on. We're not suing it. Go ahead, Johnny. Jesus Christ.
Says you're ready to party, Combs said, according to the suit. Both Combs and Carter raped her, she said. Jay-Z comes over, holds me down. I start trying to push away. He puts his hand over my mouth, tells me to stop it, to cut the shit, and then he rapes me like he had me overpowered, she said. Afterward, she said in the suit, she managed to flee the house and ran to a gas station.
I thought she was sleeping.
No.
So she wasn't
She
sleeping.
just went to lay down, yeah.
So she just went to lay down without sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit. Nobody lays down without sleeping.
I was upset, and the person at the gas station could tell that I was obviously upset, and she let me use the phone. I called my dad because he was the only person I trust at that time. I told him I messed up and I needed a ride home, she told NBC News. We rode home in silence. He didn't ask what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was. She told NBC News she never told anyone about the alleged assault or wrote it down in a diary. Even if somebody found out, who was going to believe me? I mean, it was the word of two celebrities against mine, she said. I mean, they probably would have believed you at the time more than fucking 20 years
out of your
later.
Mind? There's never been a fucking time, and I'll go on record, there's never this whole like, oh, we don't believe women that come to the police and say that we got raped. That's never been a thing. You've always been able to go to the fucking pig house and be like, go arrest that guy, he did something bad to me. And the cops have always grabbed their big sticks and their torches and their pitchforks and went and beat the shit out of that guy and then took him and put him in a cage. 100%. Every time a female has ever said that about a, every single time a lady has ever gone to a police station and been like, that guy did something bad to me, go put him in a cage. The cops were like, fucking yeah! That's what they do. That's why they're there. That's the whole long and short of it, man. That's the whole thing they're doing over there. Like, this whole like, oh, I wouldn't go to the police because no one would believe me. Well, because you're lying. Because everybody always believed. Hashtag believe women. Yeah, everybody always believed. They've always believed women. Women have been the biggest fucking liars in history, but they've always been believed. They always will be. That's a lie right there. Nobody's going to believe me. You're only saying that to make me believe a lie. A truth teller doesn't have to... If I'm honest, I don't have to think nobody's going to believe me because I'm just telling the truth. I'm just saying what actually happened. You can believe me or not, but it did actually happen, so fuck off. That's how a truth teller thinks. You're not... Oh, well, I just didn't say anything 30 years ago because, you know, nobody believed me, just like nobody believes me now. Fuck off.
So the years after were hard, she said. I got severely depressed. I withdrew completely. My grades started slipping, and she dropped out of school. She experienced homelessness, she said, and at one point suffered a head injury. She and her father also says she was raped later in life. She now has 2 children, a son and a daughter. She served less than a year in the Army National Guard and left with the rank of private. She got her high school diploma and got my Christian counseling certification so that I can help people who have gone through what I've gone through, she said.
Fucking lost me now.
She also said she had applied... She also says she has her applied behavioral analysis certification so she can help people with autism, which she says she has. There are still little resources to moms that don't have the proper amount of income, she said. Reaction was swift in the days since the woman went public with her allegations against Carter. The rapper released a statement calling the claims idiotic and heinous in nature and sharply criticized her attorney. There are some inconsistencies in her story about that night. Her father told NBC News that he does not recall picking her up after the alleged attack, casting doubt on a key detail in her lawsuit. According to their address at the time, her father would have driven more than 5 hours from their home to pick her up. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said in an interview Thursday. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind.
Yeah, who the fuck drives 5 hours somewhere and doesn't remember it?
The woman's father said he learned of the alleged assault this week, added that he did remember once picking her up in the middle of the night, but he said it was a local drive. Asked about her father's account in a follow-up interview on Friday, the woman says she stood by her claim that he had picked her up and that it's possible he had misremembered. There are a lot of things, and this is stuff we argue about constantly, something he said or did back in New York around that time period he just doesn't remember, she said. It's actually caused a lot of fights sometimes in the household. Regarding her father's recollections, Busby told NBC News, we agree, he states he doesn't remember. His daughter explains that he was in no state to remember during that point in time due to personal issues he was having then. We are talking about a time frame more than 20 years ago. The woman also told NBC News she spoke with musician Benji Madden at the after party. But a representative from Madden confirmed that neither Benji nor his brother Joel attended the 2000 VMAs, and they were on tour in the Midwest at the time.
You're a phony, bitch.
Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me and the route that I took and what happened to me. Not all the faces that there are so clear, the woman said in the Friday follow-up interview. So I have made some mistakes. I have made mistakes in identifying. Then how the fuck do you know it was Jay-Z and Diddy?
I mean, come on, man.
The woman also cannot provide further information about the after party she had attended. Professional images viewed by NBC News shows Combs and Carter were among the celebrities who attended a VMA's after party at the Lotus nightclub in New York City. It is not clear what time those images were taken or if Combs and Carter attended any other after parties. The building that house Lotus, now closed, does not match the description of the house the woman described in the lawsuit interview. Maybe she's mistaken about the description of the place.
This bitch is the craziest bitch.
I didn't know exactly where we were going or even how long it took, the woman said when asked Tuesday where she thought she was taken that night. She added she had guessed about the length of time the trip had taken in the lawsuit. Maybe she guessed about Jay-Z and Diddy, too.
What is the news doing? Are we paying news people to go to crazy people's houses and just, like, take their allegations of fucking rape against, like, superstars?
I mean,
like, it's
it
nuts.
sounds to me like the news is trying to prove that this bitch is full of shit.
I don't know. Fuck them. The news should not even be covering this. They should be like, this crazy bitch. And they just go on like, what are you talking about? You're going to go talk to this lady? She's famous now. Come on, man. NBC need to come here. I got a story for you. NBC.
Okay.
I've been raped by everybody.
We're almost done with this one.
Ridiculous.
Busby said, we have attempted to confirm the correct location. We have never suggested the location was the Lotus Club. Our client has been very specific and detailed about the description of the venue she says she was taken to, and she has never stated it was the Lotus Club. He added, we won't speculate on whether there was an after party, because again, she doesn't know that. Also, among the woman's allegations that cannot be corroborated is how she made it to New York City that night. One of her attorneys provided NBC News with the name and birth date of the friend she said drove her, who would have been 20 at the time. The person appears to have died since. NBC's attempts to reach the person's relatives were unsuccessful.
No way, man. She's a phony.
Yeah.
She's a phony baloney. Oscar Mayer, this bitch. Phony. Phony ass. Phony. But that's what happens, dude. It's like once one lawsuit goes through and looks like it may hold water and to TikTok, not to like actual legal counsel, then it's just everybody and their fucking mom's gonna sue. Like, come on now.
Yeah. So there's something I want to add on to this, but I'm not going to until after this next story.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with the Jay-Z thing, but you'll see where it's going with this. Woman admits she lied about Duke lacrosse players raping her nearly 20 years ago. I made up a story.
Yeah, for sure. You act like you can't make something up. I wouldn't make up something like that. You can make up whatever you want.
And this is why
pretend.
This is why people have such a hard time when women cry rape.
Yeah, because
it
20
does
years
happen.
later, you phony.
Well, no, she said it at the time. This is 20 years ago that this happened, and now she's saying, I made it up at the time.
And look, we believed her anyway.
Exactly.
Like we always fucking do, and she was a liar. God damn it.
Says the woman who falsely accused 3 former Duke University lacrosse players of raping her at a party nearly 20 years ago has admitted that she lied about the allegations. Crystal Mangum, a former exotic dancer, made the confession during an appearance on the Let's Talk with Kat podcast hosted by Katerina De Pasquale, and asked the players she had accused, Reed Seligman, Colin Finnerty, and David Evans, for forgiveness. The episode, which was released on Wednesday, December 11th, according to the campus newspaper, the Duke Chronicle, was recorded on November 13th at the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women. Mangum is currently in prison after being convicted of second-degree murder of her then-boyfriend in 2013, per the outlet. During the recording, Mangum stated that she doesn't have any regrets and everything happens to get everybody to the point where they are. It's all to show God's love and his forgiveness.
Fucking Christian dog.
It gets fucking worse, dude. Before saying that she made up the allegations about being raped in 2006. I'm a living witness of God's forgiveness, Mangum said. That night, Reed Seligman, Colin Finnerty, and Dave Evans, they took me into their home and they trusted. The Bible says that you shouldn't do harm to your neighbor that lives trustingly beside you. And they were my brothers, and they trusted me that I wouldn't betray their trust, and I testified falsely against them by saying that they raped me when they didn't. And that was wrong, and I betrayed the trust of a lot of other people who believed in me. I made up a story that wasn't true because I wanted validation from people and not from God, and that was wrong when God already loved me for who I was regardless, Mangum continued. I didn't need to seek validation from him because I already had it. I just didn't know it, and I hurt my brothers. Mangum then asked Seligman, Finnerty, and Evans for forgiveness. I want them to know I love them and they didn't deserve that, and I hope they can forgive me, she added. And I hope they can heal and trust God and know God loves them. Before now, Mangum has never publicly stated that she made up the allegations. In her 2008 book, Last Dance for Grace, the Crystal Mangum story, Mangum wrote, I will never say that nothing at all happened that night, per the Duke Chronicle. According to the outlet, Mangum expressed her desire to apologize to the players in response to DePasquale's request for an interview. It's been on my heart to do a public apology concerning the Duke Lacrosse case, Mangum wrote to DePasquale in a letter obtained by the outlet. I actually lied about the incident to the public, my family, my friends, and to God about it, and I'm not proud about it. As previously reported by People in 2006, Mangum, then a 28-year-old student at North Carolina Central University, told police she was attacked by the three men, who were aged 20, 19, and 23 at the time, in a bathroom in a March 13th Duke Lacrosse team party where she'd been hired to perform. According to local media outlet WRAL, citing court records, Mangum initially told police in Durham, North Carolina, she was raped, sodomized, and beaten for a 30-minute period while trapped in a bathroom in the early hours of March 14, 2006. Based on Mangum's claim at the time, Seligman, Finnerty, and Evans were each charged with multiple crimes, including rape. None of the players' DNA was found on or inside the accuser's body, and ultimately, Mangum's account was debunked, with prosecutors ultimately declaring the players innocent. After the case against the players collapsed, Mike Nifong, the district attorney who had originally charged the players, was disbarred in 2007 for unethical conduct, including withholding exculpatory evidence and making inflammatory public statements. The Associated Press reports Mangum's mental stability was questioned. Per the Duke Chronicle, then North Carolina Attorney General Roy Cooper did not prosecute Mangum for perjury after the case was dismissed. He said at the time that the investigators thought she may have actually believed the many different stories that she had been telling. After their case was dismissed in April 2007, Seligman, Finnerty, and Evans sued former university president Richard Broadheads and the university, according to the outlet. The case resulted in an undisclosed settlement. The North Carolina Department of Corrections website lists Mangum's projected release date as February 27, 2026, per WRAL.
Throw her dumbass back in there.
So, looking into that further, they got $20 million apiece.
Oh,
for that.
There you go.
Yeah. But, so what if because of this, it doesn't get thrown out, she ruins their lives, one of them kills themselves, now what?
Yeah, right? What
Who are you going to ask for forgiveness now?
Well, Jesus. Jesus always
yeah,
forgives you. That's
exactly.
All you got to do is go on Sunday and give him some money. Give him some money, he'll forgive you.
Well, and it comes back to, and it sucks that it has to come back to this every time, but it comes back to Bill Cosby. It's like 60 women.
Yeah, fuck off.
But it's like, how many of those were actually real?
Fuck off.
That's the shitty thing. That's why
I don't think any of them were real. You want to know why? Because you have to say that he raped you when he did. I think this whole statute of limitations that we've basically eliminated on fucking like saying that somebody raped you is just another way for our legal system to pander to the fucking female demographic and to throw dudes in cages. That's all it is. Because if there's no dudes in cages and there's no reason to throw dudes in cages, then there's no fucking cages. So then they don't have a job. We don't need all the buildings if there's nobody to fucking put in them. You know what I mean? It's an institution and system that's basically funding itself at this point. And the only way that we can continue to do that, if we get along as a society, is we have to pander to one side and make them feel like, hey, no, that side is assholes. We're on your side. Help us, and we'll get them. And that's what the law does. That's what they turn men and women against each other all the fucking time. Yeah. And I don't know why it would be insane to assume that you have to say somebody has hurt me if somebody hurt you within like 6 months. I think it's nuts. I think it's nuts to be like, well, 10 years ago somebody hurt me. Awesome. the fuck happened lately to you? Because 10 years ago, well, you were a different person. You were a different guy last month than you are right now. You know, I think it's totally insane.
But I don't know, and especially in today's day and age with DNA and everything else.
Yeah.
Why you don't immediately, no shower, no nothing. You go to the fucking hospital, you get a rape kit done,
They're just
and
like,
they tell
well,
you right then and there.
it's hard because I don't want people to know that I allowed myself to get raped. Well, if you're a victim of a crime, then you're a victim of a crime. If your house gets broken into, then it gets broken into. Like, that's just what it is, man. Like, you can't just be like, well, 10 years ago I got broken into, insurance company, give me a TV. That's not fucking how it works, man. You can't. If it was how it worked, then guys could do that. And all guys would have fucking TVs. Like, that's because we would all do that immediately. If I could tell the insurance company I got robbed 10 fucking years ago and I want a bunch of fucking Jordans and TVs and fucking a new car, all kind of shit, then I could get all that stuff. And we would all have all that stuff because every guy would fucking do that. But now, all these fucking women are just like, oh, I also got raped. Can I have $1 million? Because they can get $1 million for it. That's why they're doing it. It's not to put guys in jail. It is. They don't even give a fuck about the guy, essentially, because they haven't given a fuck about him for 20 fucking years. They don't care. They just want some money. That's all it is. It's just money, dude. It's bananas. I don't think you should be able to sue. I don't think you should be able to seek private personal litigation upon somebody. I think we have to separate legal and fucking like felonious charges in the media from like these personal frivolous litigations. Like, oh yeah, she's suing him for raping her, but he's not actually guilty of that crime. She is just saying words right now. He was never arrested for that. He's never been guilty for that. This is just like she could have said this yesterday or today, and it means the same thing. Like, it's just fucking noise. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything unless it's substantiated. And the only way you can substantiate something like that is if it's done immediately. Mm-hmm. So then
there's evidence of said crime.
So then you throw away your opportunity. That's fine. If it isn't important enough to you to be embarrassed by the police officer you have to say that this happened to you to, well, then it isn't important enough to ruin this fucking guy's life 20 years later. I'm sorry to say that your rape wasn't that important, but it wasn't. It's a different kind of rape, obviously. It wasn't a choke you, punch you in the face, now you can't go to work tomorrow rape. It was a whatever the fuck happened you're saying happened rape. Apparently it wasn't that big a deal that week, so I don't care about it this week. I don't even know you, bitch. What are you talking about? Like, you're asking people that aren't even around. Like, you want people today to care about 20 years ago people shit. When 20 years ago they didn't even care because you didn't tell them then. Mm-hmm. I can't care now. Come on.
Well, and then shit like I don't know if you know who Archie Williams, if you ever saw him on America's Got Talent. He was incarcerated for 37 years for a rape that he did not commit. A woman got raped and stabbed and identified him as the rapist. The fingerprints at the scene didn't match him.
Oh, man.
It wasn't until DNA evidence came out that it was a serial rapist that had raped her, so they let him out. He went on America's Got Talent. He was fucking amazing. But it's like, look, you took 37 years away from this man.
And that's just
and he's never going to get that back.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. That's the way time works.
And they like, oh, well, here's some money.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like the world has completely passed him by.
Yeah, he can't fucking, he wants to spend that money on shit 37 years ago he wanted to buy. Like, what is he doesn't, like, he's an old man now. What the fuck?
Yeah, but that's where it comes in, where it's hard to believe these accusations at a later time. You want to believe it because rape is horrible and heinous, and you want to believe, but it's so difficult.
I mean, I don't give a fuck. You ate a chicken yesterday. I don't think if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I'll listen to your rape story. But if you're not, fuck off, man. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. What do you mean? Like, what? You were eating nuggets. Fuck you! I got chickens, man. Fuck off, man. What? Come on now. What'd you have for Thanksgiving dinner? I'm gonna listen to your rape story. We're gonna figure it out. Like, we have to institute. Certain people are better than others, Johnny, and we just need to come out and say it now. God damn it! Now we gotta come out and say it now. Some people are better than you. It's me.
All right. Speaking of time, I think it's time for us to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well,
we may see you next week.
'Twas the night.
New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, see Sweet Poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.